Here's Frazier. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Bird kicks to Nash. Back to Bird. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Frazier dishes to Hardaway. Robertson with the steal. Now here's Bird. Over Nowitzki. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Here's Hardaway. And that one hits back iron. Here's Nash. That's in, coming off the assist from Robertson.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Russell passes to Frazier. Makes it off the glass. Frazier's got 6.
And guys, there are two types of stars. I mean, the guy who makes himself look better, and then there's the guy who makes his teammates look better. Russell is clearly the latter.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
And the Warriors with some changes. Towns, he's checked in for Walton. Hill comes in for Richmond. And it's Kemba Walker in for Nash. Then for the Hawks, Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Nowitzki. Barry comes in for Gerber. And it's John Wall in for Hardaway. Robertson kicks to Walker. Shot clock at 6. Good on the bucket. 1:43 left in the first. Robertson against Wall. Inside, and Embiid throws it down.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Robertson right side. Towns dishes to Robertson. Bird. And that one is off. Nice D from Russell. Now Frazier. He's got 6. Passes it to Embiid. Shot clock at 5. Fades back. It's rebounded by Towns.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim. I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Wall passes to Russell. Back to Wall. The 17-footer. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist from Wall.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Robertson kicks to Towns. Outside Hill. And there's the pass to Bird. Walker against Wall. Walker's shot is off.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Here's Barry. And no good on the last second attempt this time. At the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Bucks ahead, up 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. All-Star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen, and I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, you know, obviously I got to learn every single day, never take no days for granted.
His coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Hawks, what do you guys think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Russell is out there with Barry. Then there's Frazier. Then there's Embiid. And it's Wall in at the 1.
And plenty of Hawks fans were despondent when the team decided to rebuild, but that dejection has turned into excitement.
The team plays hard every night. They have an entertaining style, and they have a lot of young talent. It may not be long before they're a real threat in the East.
Oh, Russell in position.
That's a nice assist from Wall. Scanning the floor, just looking to find the best shot possible.
Warriors trail by 7. Walker looking for an opening. Bird outside. Here's Towns. A shot off that time. Good D by Embiid. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Hawks. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And the dunk by Towns.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Steve, the player tracking data is kind of an interesting thing. It's a big part of scouting now. In fact, AI can accumulate that right from the TV feed, which to me is amazing.
It is. I think if it doesn't distract or take away from our game, to have that type of information live and from a player being able to play in a game, I think it's helpful for everything, for scouting, for, I would say, health reasons, for guys, conditioning. I love it, as long as it doesn't distract from the game.
That's a good point. State. Walton's checked in for Bird. Richmond comes in for Robertson. Nash is subbed in for Kemba Walker. Then for the Hawks, Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Russell. Gervin comes in for Barry. Hardaway is subbed in for Frazier. Here's Hill. And another basket for Golden State.
And because of his ability to attack the rim, Hill can use that mid-range jumper as a great second option. Keeps defenders honest when he's knocking that down.
That one goes. Count it. Hardaway has got his first basket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
It's Hill on the wing. Gervin with the steal. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Hardaway, and it's Hardaway slamming it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Nash, the pass to Walton. Outside, Towns. Pass to Richmond. 6 on the shot clock. No good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. And Penny Hardaway again. Hardaway has got 8 here in the quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Outside, Towns. Towns is doubled. Rejected by Nowitzki. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 4 assists now tonight.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
For him last season. 2nd in rebounding, 4th in blocks, and as one of the NBA's top 5 scorers, you also can't forget what an outstanding year he had offensively.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable. Outside, Towns. And they get it. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Nowitzki.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
This is year 2 for Lloyd Pierce as an NBA head coach. Still in his early 40s, the Hawks, the perfect opportunity for him to grow and develop alongside his players.
Nash outside. Pass to Towns. Towns is double. Out to Nash. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And Coach Pierce works as an assistant general manager in the offseason. Steve able to learn that side of things and have a voice in acquisitions.
That's very important. They are building something special in Atlanta. He's going to play a big role in that as well.
Barry's checked in for Atlanta. To the inside, Embiid.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge league with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
Timeout called the Warriors. Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? We'll just have to wait and see.
Bird comes in for Towns, and it's Robertson in for Grant Hill. Warriors trail by 17. Robertson passes to Walton. Passes it to Nash. Back to Bird. They need this one. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
It's Hardaway with the drive. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Kemba Walker's checked in for Nash. Russell, he's checked in for the Hawks. Frazier comes in for Gervin. Seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Deep 2 from Russell. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Robertson outside. Up top, Richmond. And the Warriors miss again.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Walton dishes to Robertson. And Walton kicks to Richmond. The pass to Walker. Over Nowitzki. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so it's Atlanta feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Carl, they made a run there at the end. How did that happen?
We didn't do a good job of closing the half. We got to contain them from not making shots. We just got to do a better job.
We'll see if you can do that. Thanks, Carl. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet in net.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, right? Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. We've seen Penny Hardaway really having a great game.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We've got Richmond. Robertson is out there with Nash. Then it's Bird. And it's Walton in at the 5, home in the paint. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Gervin against Richmond. Pass to Bird. Over Nowitzki. Bird can't hit. Atlanta leading by 19. Hardaway up top, covered by Robertson. Here's Russell. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
You look at the Hawks franchise, moved to Atlanta in 1956. Since then, they've been unable to advance to the NBA Finals.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
2 points, that one goes. And that's now 6 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
The peripheral vision, the decisive delivery, those are things you love about Frazier's artistry as a playmaker.
Robertson outside. Pass to Bird. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Rebound, Atlanta. Russell's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now with Atlanta, I think they wanted a fresh start a couple years ago, Steve, rather than be a middle-of-the-pack team.
Yeah, and a primary way to acquire stars is to reboot, dump salary, and nail your draft picks. Then, once you have the young nucleus in place, you add the veterans.
Here's Hardaway. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Robertson outside. Here's Walton. And Walton throws it down.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Here's Robertson, uses the glass to finish the layup. Robertson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the painted area is where Robertson can destroy you. He's just too strong and too skilled.
On the wing, Hardaway. The shot, good. Great play set up by Frazier. Frazier's got 3 assists in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Robertson passes to Walton. Kicks it out to Robertson. 5 to shoot. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Frazier, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. A study of recent players to enter the league. Which had rookie seasons that surprised you?
I think Donovan Mitchell, the way he came out of the gates. I knew Luka Doncic was good, but because I hadn't seen much film or seen him live, he surprised me. Trae Young, the way he's played from a small guard position, those are some of the guys that have surprised me. Some were high drive picks, and some were a little bit lower, but those are the 3. The one thing you can say about the Hawks, they have drafted well over the past few seasons. Stole John Collins at pick 19, traded back for Trae Young, and the Herter selection. The rebuild may not be long in Atlanta.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Walton. Hill comes in for Robertson. And it's Kemba Walker in for Steve Nash. And Steve, the Hawks not only identify talent, they identify guys who will excel in their established system.
And that system is finding value with shooters. They also look for guys who bring the energy and also bring the effort. The size of the player isn't as important as the heart.
And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 6.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Hardaway against Richmond. Now here's Hardaway. Defense right on him. Towns with the defensive effort. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. The Hawks leading by 23. Frazier the pass to Embiid. Richmond against Hardaway. Back to Embiid. Bucket is good. He's got 10.
And with the height to see over people and the peripheral vision to do it quickly, Penny with the perfect setup.
Outside Hill. The dish to Bird. Rebounded by the Hawks. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Passes to Gervin. Frazier outside. There's 47 seconds left in the third. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. John Wall's checked in for Hardaway.
One shot.
Free throw good. Frazier.
And one of the very best in our league at getting to the line. Walt Frazier just has that great change of pace and aggressive nature. Always playing, though, under control.
Here's Walker. Great play by Bird to set it up. Walker's got his 2nd basket.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Here's Wall. Lays it up off the glass.
And he's got one heck of a burst on his way to the bucket. Wall is at his best when he's driving the lane, going from 0 to 60 in an instant.
Walker dishes to Towns. Floats it up for Hill. And Hill throws it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Hawks on top, running away with it. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports.
They took it to 10. They took it to 10.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The Warriors shooting about 42% so far. On the court right now for the Hawks. Frazier is out there with Wall. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Gervin. And it's Barry in at the 4. To the paint. The kick out to Hill. 5 on the clock. Over Gervin. Hill, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these 2 teams in that area.
Back to Embiid. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Coaches talk about young players needing to experience the playoffs to understand that level. Smitty, why is that so hard to simulate without going through it?
Kevin, reasons why is in the playoffs, everything is taken to another level. Also, you seeing this team night in and night out.
Take a break.
They know your plays. You
shots.
know their plays. It comes down to just execution, and you can't have careless turnovers or those brain freezes you have in the regular season.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Walton's checked in for the Warriors. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Russell's checked in. Good on both. Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education. I love that type of compensation.
Count it.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Wall passes to Russell. And here is Gervin. The pass to Berry. Over Walton. The shot's good from Berry. Berry's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Wall. Here's Embiid, and it's sent back by Hill. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. A fader. That one misses. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Here's Berry, guarded by Walker. Embiid, the pass to Wall. Richmond with the steal. Shoots it. And there's Grant Hill on the assist by Richmond. That's 12 points for Hill.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
It's Wall with the drive. Good.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Here's Walker, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership, and ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And, Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
Here's Berry. He's covered by Richmond. Berry misses. The Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Pass to Walton. Over Russell. And the basket by Walton. Walton's got 4 points in the quarter.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
And let's also add, he has touch from there. That's a solid shot for him.
And that one drops for him.
Yeah, just so many ways to score the basketball. Berry is one of the more inventive scorers the NBA has ever seen. Inside, outside, mid-range. He does not get rattled.
Richmond against Gervin. They get a hand on it. Pocket 6. Here's Walker. And it goes down 2 points.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Atlanta.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
Richmond with the bucket.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
And it's Golden State's ball. Walker the pass to Walton. And Walton throws it down.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
And Wall kicks to Russell. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Embiid, and the rejection by Towns. And Walker gets it to go on the assist by Hill.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Embiid. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
see so much pain, but the kid do it big. Now they know my name. I done got it out the mud and put on for my day one. That's why Miss Badu and Dave Chappelle show William play love. Real savage. I don't with that if she average. I got a bad name Ashley. Understand me? Brand new car, hop out the bed. I saw my wrist out of my protect. Brand new chain. I saw my neck got tired of now cut me. I'm up on. I don't get rest. I'm catching these flights and chasing the shit.
First and foremost.
You've been doing this since.
Little baby. Slick Rick type of, cause my band's big, dog. Wanna take a picture, so I hope you don't try to take none. Think I'm lying?
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Hey, Dave. Thanks, D.A. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
Here are the five for the Raptors. They've got Paul George. Davis is out there with Worthy. Then there's Chamberlain, and it's Iverson in at the point. And for Utah, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Tracy McGrady is out there with Bryant. Then it's Anthony, and it's Howard in at the center.
Shoot two.
That free throw missing.
And Toronto choosing their team name back in '94. The fans helped them narrow it down, and with dinosaurs all over the silver screen, it helped tilt things towards the Raptors.
And we all remember those early uniforms, those giant velociraptors across the front. Fortunately, they've toned it down a bit since then.
No good at the stripe this time. The second misses also.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Kobe against George. Outside Bryant. 6 to shoot. Back to Leonard. A rebound by Wilt Chamberlain. And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Doris, no shortcut.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market.
Tonight's game may be won or lost. On that front line, Smitty, what makes for an effective front court tandem, do you think?
I think, first of all, if that tandem can switch on pick and rolls, that tandem can shoot the basketball and also make plays somewhat like a guard. But the biggest thing is if they can rebound and able to guard smaller guys, this will make them great.
Interesting. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. We've got Chamberlain. Paul George is out there with Iverson. Then it's Worthy. And it's Davis at the 4 spot.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi. Aware of what the defense is trying to do. Understands the spacing.
Iverson, no good.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
McGrady passes to Kobe. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist.
Yeah, and you got to respect the size McGrady has. Easily seen over the defense there to spot the open man.
Here's Iverson. And he banks in the layup.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Now, here's McGrady. And here's Leonard from 3. Kept alive.
Yeah, 3 for 4 now. I like the pace for them on offense.
Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against the Jazz. Iverson outside. Davis with the fadeaway. A rebound by the Jazz.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Bryant gets a wide open look. Offline with his 3. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. He talked to me about the importance of protecting the rim, challenging opponents at the top of the jump and making it difficult for them to convert easy baskets. But to have a chance of that, they have to expend energy getting back in transition, which will help close down those driving lanes. So guys, we'll see where their energy lies throughout this game.
Thanks, David. A wide open look here for Anthony. Howard, that's good.
And Howard really swings it on the offensive glass, using that wide wingspan to come up with those loose balls. And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Passes it to Carmelo. Back to Bryant. There's the triple. Iverson grabs the board. Down low, Chamberlain. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist.
But here's the problem. Now, no one's got the strength to move Wilt off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Now, here's McGrady. Kobe kicks to McGrady. Here's Howard. Anthony trying to get open. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Chamberlain. From the high post. Rebound, Utah.
Missed opportunity, wide open for mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
McGrady passes to Anthony. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Iverson. Good work defensively by Kobe.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
A shot by McGrady, no good. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Toronto Raptors. 6-point game. Last time they met was in Utah, where they beat the Jazz.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Now here's Iverson. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Kyrie Irving is checked in for the Jazz. And then for Toronto, Pierce is checked in for Davis. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Worthy. So it's the Jazz now. Anthony down low. Pierce covering. Howard in the post. Chamberlain on him. And staying with the play, Anthony.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Irving against Iverson. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
The pass to George. Pierce trying to break free. Offensive rebound. Tries yet again. Denied for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3. 3 on 3. Irving with a clean look. Off target with his 3. Raptors trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Chamberlain. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Chamberlain got his second basket of the night.
Jimmy Butler is on it, staying alert, finds his man breaking free.
Irving against Iverson. And here is Irving from deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Jazz lead 5-4. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena. You're watching 2K Sports. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
Raptors trail by 4. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Kobe. Then there's Irving. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. Now here's Iverson. Tries again. And the rejection by Cousins.
All over that one. DeMarcus gets himself in position, times the block beautifully.
Leonard on the wing, defended by Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Irving can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23, and he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. The entire offseason leading up to tonight, Steve, as a player, do you already know if your team has a chance to be special this early.
You know, Kevin, yeah, you do. And I think the teams that I've been on and teams that you see and saying we don't have a chance to win, you try to trick yourself. You're looking at management and ownership. Can we make a deal throughout this year to get us in contention? But you got to be realistic. You know the teams that you don't have a chance to win their championship.
No good on the free throw. The Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
And he's good on the second.
Paul Pierce keeps building on his legendary career. A champion, we know he's a clutch shooter, and more importantly, a bona fide leader.
McGrady kicks to Irving. Utah getting another chance here. They shoot again. Cousins, no good.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Butler passes to Iverson. Looking to get it going. Second shot opportunity. They grab their own miss. And the rejection by Cousins. To the middle. Here's Leonard. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac. Tracy McGrady. McGrady's got 3 assists in the game. Iverson against Irving. The drive by Iverson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Timeout.
Iverson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And Iverson constantly driving to the basket, using that speed and athleticism to kind of wheel his way to the rim.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that were the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Checked in.
And now let's take a look at Kawhi Leonard. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged about 26 points a game last year, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's versatile. He's prolific. There really isn't much a defense can do once he catches fire.
Back to Iverson. Outside Butler. Pass to Chamberlain. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Just barely accumulated and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Leonard, the pass to Cousins. Irving looking for an opening. Feeds it to Leonard. Over Worthy. Again, the Jazz score.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
Here's Iverson after Tracy McGrady's score. Now Butler. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. With his first shot attempt. No good that time. And Utah the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Here's McGrady. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Raptors trail by 7. 14 feet away. Uses the glass to drop it in. Iverson's got 4 points this quarter.
Working against size. He's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Well, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
Great pass to set up the lay-in. Now just a 3-point Jazz lead. Jazz have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Leonard. 1:09 left in the first half. Here's Cousins. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
They may not get the spotlight, but the Utah Jazz are one of the best run teams in the NBA. They're run as a legacy trust. That means every dime of profit goes back into the team.
Jazz with some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Kawhi Leonard. That's Bryant in for Kyrie Irving. George is checked in for Toronto. Now here's Iverson. 8 points for him. Lets it go from the wing. Keeps it alive. Davis on the follow.
The problem with keeping AD off the glass, he times his jump so well, a graceful athlete in action.
Pass to Cousins. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. 8 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock, and finished off by Worthy.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. George against Kobe. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. DeMarcus Cousins, he's been the guy making things happen for Utah. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back to the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained most of their first quarter lead and now lead by 3 at the break. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive board. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, their reserves haven't contributed much. Finally, I should start us to really have a business. Don't leave them out in the cold. I think this could easily become a bigger issue as the game wears on.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Anthony Davis is out there with Worthy. Then there's Chamberlain. Then it's Paul George. And it's Iverson in at the one spot. Now here's Cousins after the miss from Allen Iverson. Cousins with it. Anthony left side. Shoots over Worthy. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Anthony's got the first bucket of the third here for the Jazz. There's the pass to Iverson. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. You're a proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there's some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas of life. When you're ready, you're ready.
Here's Worthy. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Pass to Chamberlain. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Davis. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Tracy McGrady's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Green, he's checked in for the Raptors. Pierce comes in for Worthy. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Iverson passes to Davis. Utah with the rebound. Anthony's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And Howard still has more than enough lift here to finish off plays like that.
Now here's Iverson. He's got 10. And the layup's good off the glass. Iverson's got 4 this quarter.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
McGrady dishes to Bryant. Feeds to Howard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And inside is where Howard does the most damage, especially how he gets these calls.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
First one falls for him.
And Howard may be the most physically imposing player in the game today. His strength still sets him apart.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Stoudemire's checked in for Kawhi Leonard, and Irving subbed in for Bryant. And both free throws good for Howard. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Iverson against Irving. Here's Pierce. That shot misses. Excellent D there from Anthony. Irving against Iverson. Irving kicks to McGrady. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. Outside Irving. Knocks down the 3-ball. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for the Jazz.
And this is what makes Kyrie so dangerous. He is so proficient from distance.
Iverson with the ball. Now Stoudemire defending. Iverson against Anthony. Outside Irving. He feeds it to Stoudemire. Draymond Green grabs the miss.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Pulls up. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead. The Toronto Raptors are an elite defensive group. Reasons why they're long, they're smart, and they're experienced.
Now here's Anthony. He's got 8. The teardrop falls in. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
And the Raptors call time here. You talk about the defensive IQ, Smitty, for the Raptors. Where does that reveal itself?
For me, Kevin, their rotations, they are able to send help, double teams, and still recover and get out to shooters.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Toronto. Now let's take a look at the scoring breakdown tonight, divided between the starters and the reserves for the Raptors. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors, trailing by 10. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the third. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. Hey, Steve, if your team is holding on to a narrow lead, which player do you want defending that last shot of the game?
I would say Kawhi Leonard, Giannis because of his length, Paul George, Draymond Green, and I really love Klay Thompson. Not that he's going to block the shot, but he always stays in position.
He misses the free throw.
From the 30th pick in the draft to perennial all-star, Jimmy Butler has come a long way in a short period of time.
And he sinks the second.
And Smitty, as tough as they are on D, the Jazz have been middle of the pack offensively. How do they improve there?
You know, GA, they can be a top 10 offense. The two things that have held them back are turnovers and poor free throw shooting.
Now, here is Irving. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Anthony for 3. Howard. And Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got the lead up to 11 now for Utah.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Here's Butler. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That's the length and vertical working together. AD with unreal physical tools.
Pass to Anthony. Over Pierce. And too long on the shot.
And really, that is why he is feared as a defender. Right in your face on that shot.
Moved his feet, timed it perfectly. That's how you get stops. Love it. Well, what did Coach tell us? He wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
And it's good, 2 points.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Now, here's Butler. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
This is where Jimmy Butler really does his best work, when he can use his length and strength to full advantage.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Paul George with the steal. To the inside. It's deflected. Anthony right side. Great D that time from Davis. And so it's Utah ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a cruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action after this word. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Well, he's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. They've got Anthony. Tracy McGrady is out there with Kobe. Then there's Howard. And it's Leonard in at the 3-6. That's the group right now for Utah.
Yeah, still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Here's the pass to Butler. Shot clock at 5. Here's Pierce. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, Pierce always been great at just getting into the heart of the defense. Feels real comfortable when he's in attack mode around the rim.
And here's Anthony for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
George, no good. Utah leading by 9. Back to McGrady. Passes to Carmelo. And it's Anthony with the jam.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Pierce. Down low, Chamberlain. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. And the pass to Howard. McGrady kicks to Anthony. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Paul Pierce. When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that, or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there are some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There are some plays, I played with some players. After they left the gym, they didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game. But when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There are some guys that just love it, and there are some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you did. You loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin. Still love it.
I know you do. I know you do. Iverson's checked in for Butler. And both free throws good for Anthony.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Lob pass to George, and it's George finishing it off.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now here's Leonard. Now here's Howard. And here's Leonard. Back to McGrady. Deep. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Chamberlain got rebound number 8 now on the night. Worthy against Leonard. The drive by Worthy. And the dunk by Worthy.
Hard not to be a fan of the way Worthy plays. You see the quickness and agility there on the drive.
Ball's not loose. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. The Raptors making a switch here. Davis is checked in. McGrady against Iverson. Trying to get open is Davis. Iverson, no luck.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Here's George, and there's the lay-in. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And hustle paid off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Now, here is McGrady. And count it from 19 feet away. And the Jazz lead by 11.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Davis inside, working on Bryant, and that one's good by Davis.
Just a good, solid shot from mid-range. Davis understands that simple is more important than sizzle.
Now Bryant. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. And the Raptors call time here. They're down by 11. 1:37 left to play here in the fourth. Carmelo Anthony.
Well, he's got his field goal percentage in the high 50s, and that says a lot about how well he's been able to kind of exploit the gaps in the defense. His motion, his ability to find open spots on the floor, you can definitely see the difference.
Taking on the defending champs always adds a little extra meaning to the game. And with the way he's gotten after it tonight, it was clear this one meant a lot to him. Iverson outside. Inside, here's Davis. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Iverson's got 5 assists in the game. And it's Irving with the ball for the Jazz. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Raptors trail by 9. Iverson outside. Right side Davis. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. Utah has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Howard. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. And the Jazz lead by 9. On the wing, Iverson. Covered by Anthony. Iverson with the bucket.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
Irving dishes to Kobe. The 15-footer uses the glass that time, and it's good.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Iverson.
You see the weight that AD's added to his frame over the years. Now invites contact.
Here's Kobe. So it's Utah with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, are just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
same crew, posted with the same clique. Shout out to my day ones, everyone I came with, and we all self-made. You can never claim this, never pivot on my bros. One thing that I can't switch, not concerned with fitting in. We too busy standing out. They compare me to Pluto, it happened, I ain't planned it out. Came a long way from writing raps down in my parents' house. I'ma be a sight to see, tell them bring their cameras out. You gave up on all your passions, wonder what that feel like. I'm just trying to grasp my dreams, turn them into real life. Never took no easy path, always went the harder way. Now the kid on point, my flow is sharper than your barber. Slide in a charter plane, colder than a ski slope. Hotter than the devil in the desert with a fleece coat. Try not to keep close, might just like a 60 on the test. Challenge me, I'll degrade you. Beast mode not tamed up, all my moves major. They think that I plateau, but I elevate and reach greater. Game time, Sega, grind mode like a skater. Dame Lillard so far ahead, but the trail still might blaze you. Back in the days, they was hating on us. Used to throw shade, now the kid glowed up. You don't want no problem, want no problems with us. We too much, tell them boys to pull up. You talking crazy about my city? Problems with anybody with me? Heard you been talking real slick. Come through and we gon' end it real quick. Had to do it for the one time. Game over when we came through. Hit them folks, give them no warning. Had to do it to him, such a bad dude. Ballin' on them, Riley Freeman, Boondocks, season 2. Flow crazy in the beat knock, sound like Rick Ross in a bad mood. If mama tell me get him, then I have to. Sleeping on a kid, that was a bad move. Zoning, got me turned up. If you ain't talking business, don't concern us. Love when the people try and belittle me. Like you not explicit enough for the industry. You're too clean, you're PG, you're Disney. If I'm Mickey Mouse, then everybody else my mini-me's. We always ahead of them, too turned up to turn around. Ironically going up, same time that we shut it down. On the mic and spit 100. Used to treat me like a pawn, now I'm coming for the crown. Back in the days, they was hating on us. Used to throw shade, now the kid glowed up. You don't want no problem, want no problems with us. We too much, tell them boys to pull up. You talking crazy about my city? Problems with anybody with me? Heard you been talking real slick. Come through and we gon' end it real quick.
In the NBA 2K community and in the game, you work with Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, all of these people that you work with in real life. What is that like to call a game in NBA 2K with those people that you work with in real life?
It is the exact same. The 2K people have created an atmosphere and a culture that is as lifelike for us as broadcasters. So if it's like that for us, I'm sure it's got to be like that for the fan because of the graphics, because of the animation, because of the sounds, because of everything that they have poured into it. It is as lifelike and as real as anything. And for us as broadcasters,
we have the cameras on the Jazz team bus pulling into the arena. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Terrific shot of Nathan Phillips Square here in downtown Toronto. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. DA, it's all yours.
Head coach Quinn Snyder is trying to help the Jazz break through in a crowded Western Conference. Snyder.
He is doing a great job. Thank you, D.A. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Howard is out there with Anthony. And there's Bryant. Then it's Tracy McGrady. And it's Leonard in at small forward. And for the Raptors, Davis is out there with Worthy. Then there's Allen Iverson. Then it's Pierce. And it's Chamberlain in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off-season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball.
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
Pierce against Bryant. On the wing, Iverson. Over McGrady. And there's Iverson. That's good on the assist by Pierce.
And Iverson, no problem scoring over the contested arms of the defense. His focus just insane.
Now here's Leonard. McGrady. That three off the mark. To the paint. Here's Chamberlain. And it's sent back by Howard. Davis against Anthony. Rebound by the Raptors. Iverson outside. Chamberlain down low. He's guarded by Howard. And he makes that one.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Now, here is McGrady. And Bryant kicks to McGrady. And here is Howard. Now the pass to Kobe. Another miss by Utah.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pierce dishes to Iverson. Back to Pierce. Fires the three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, and how about Pierce there? Immediately squares himself up from outside, always prepared to rise and fire.
Now, here's Howard. Back to McGrady. Pass to Leonard. To halt the run. Another miss by Utah. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
Hey, you talk about this market of Toronto, Doris. It's been slept on for a long time.
No doubt, Greg, this is one of the biggest markets in North America. The Raptors are Canada's team, a country of over 37 million people. The Raptors ranked 4th last season in attendance.
Here's Iverson after Tracy McGrady's score. Right side Davis. Over Anthony, and there are the Raptors with another bucket.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Excellent D there from Pierce.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
The three from Iverson. That one no good. So Utah will take it the other way. McGrady passes to Carmelo. Iverson against McGrady. Outside Bryant. He feeds it to Anthony. The kick out to Bryant. Clock at 4. Buries the 20-footer.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
Pierce against Bryant. Pierce attacking. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse? So well traveled before taking the head job in Toronto. This guy has shown his worth. In his first season as a head coach in the NBA, it translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
That's good from Pierce. And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player coach in the British Basketball League. Then he goes and establishes a G League franchise in his home state of Iowa. Then to lead that team to a title in 2011, join another G League team for the Raptors and win a title in 2013. Really an incredible journey, guys.
Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assistant. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? But probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
And here is Iverson following the three from Tracy McGrady. And it's sent back by Irving.
Boy, Kyrie Irving becoming a better and better defender over time. Nice block right there.
McGrady passes to Stoudemire. To the inside. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Raptors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
Stolen by Pierce. Here's Butler. It's hauled in by McGrady.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Now here's Leonard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Green with the block.
Draymond Green twice on the pipe, sends it right back to the shooter.
Pierce dishes to Iverson. Banked in off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Butler against Irving. On the wing, Tracy McGrady. Shot from 16. And he beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Great awareness in crucial situations. Nicely done.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Toronto ahead, up by 3. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. 3-point lead. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Jazz, we've got Stoudemire. Irving is out there with Tracy McGrady. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Cousins finds Irving. And the shot is good. Irving's got his first points in this one.
You know, there's an inner drive and an inner burn to Kyrie Irving. This guy can make difficult shots because he's driven to be great.
Now here's Pierce. 5 points in the game. And no good. Stoudemire with the defensive effort. Jazz trail by 3. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Here's Iverson. He has 6. And the rejection by Stoudemire. McGrady against Iverson. McGrady outside. Lock at 6. Passes it to Stoudemire. Over Iverson. That one off the back iron and out. Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to Oklahoma City. Here's Irving. Fires for 3. Green with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. Looked good from here.
Here's Pierce. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Pierce has got 7 points in the game.
Well, terrific floor awareness from the crafty swingman. Jimmy Butler playing the role of facilitator.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s. Kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts. Look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
With some changes. Chamberlain's checked in for Draymond Green. Anthony Davis comes in for Paul Pierce. And Worthy subbed in for George. Then for the Jazz, Howard's checked in for Cousins. Anthony comes in for Kawhi Leonard. That's Bryant in for Tracy McGrady. Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Worthy against Anthony. Outside Irving. Pass to Howard. Takes it from 10. And he overshot that one, missing. Toronto leading by 3. Butler passes to Worthy. And the dunk by Worthy.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Howard finds Bryant. There's the pass to Irving. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Worthy dishes to Chamberlain. Iverson passes to Worthy. And that one, good. And it's a 7-point Raptor lead.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Irving kicks to Bryant. The dish to Anthony. And that's going to be a travel.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. He's coming off an excellent season, putting in about 26 points per, 12 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. and he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers. Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Bryant. Toronto, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Outside Butler. Puts one up from 19. Offensive rebound. Chamberlain with the basket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Jazz trail by 7. Irving looking over the floor. Here's Kobe. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
We have the time. Let's take a look at last season's best transition team. In fourth, the Raptors.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
1:09 left to play here in the half. It's stolen by Anthony. Here's Kobe. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. 8 points for Kobe Bryant.
He's starting to heat up now. He's been much more efficient with the shot in this quarter than in the first.
Now Iverson. 6 points for him. Looking to get back on track here. And it's good on the way in. Iverson's got 8 points.
And Iverson constantly driving to the basket, using that speed and athleticism to kind of wheel his way to the rim.
Lobbed up there for Howard, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. A pull-up, and again it's Toronto converted.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat-out dominated the offensive end.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Bryant. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Iverson with the ball. He's got 10. Pass to Davis. Over Stoudemire. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. He beat the buzzer!
Delivery at the buzzer. That is beautifully done.
Oh, beats the buzzer from way down court. These fans are stunned.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Raptors lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with head coach Quinn Snyder. Coach, what adjustments are you going to do in the second half?
You just got to keep playing, keep taking the shots, and that's not the issue as much as us not executing on offense. When we don't score, sometimes our defense lags as well.
Everybody wants to see the ball go in the basket first, right? Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
They did some good things, but not enough. They need to start being more assertive. Go harder to the rim. Generate some free throw opportunities at the very least. Do something.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Allen Iverson really have a great game.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Raptors with the lead. They've got Iverson. Davis is out there with Chamberlain. Then there's Worthy. And it's Pierce in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Iverson, no luck. Anthony left side. Nice ball movement by Utah.
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
Iverson against McGrady. Passes it to Chamberlain. Now here's Pierce. 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Pierce has got 10.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Anthony, the pass to Howard. Back to Anthony. Well, it's such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
BA, great assessment. Good report. Thank you so much. Now George, following McGrady's three-point attempt. And George kicks it over to Worthy. Chamberlain dishes to Pierce. Shoots over Kobe. And the Raptors miss again. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
Worthy against Leonard. It's stolen by McGrady. And now Utah, fast break. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Kicks it to Bryant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Paul Pierce. Utah shooting their first free throws of the game. And he can't get the first one. Butler, he's checked in for Toronto. And the second free throw, good. The Raptors have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Trying to end the drought. He doesn't hit that one. So Utah will take it the other way. Leonard looking around. He kicks it to McGrady. He dishes it to Bryant. Just 5 on the clock. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist. Bryant's got the lead up to 4 now for the Jazz. Leonard against Butler. Pass to Green. Lets it go with the 3. Bryant with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Here's Butler after Tracy McGrady's score. Leonard with the steal. McGrady with the ball. George picks him up. Chalk up 2 there. McGrady's got 8 here in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Toronto calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Well, pretty mid-range jumper there. Jimmy Butler, that's a natural for him.
Anthony. Green with the block. It's George on the wing. Outside Butler. Lets it go from deep. Raptors with a fresh shot clock. Chamberlain no good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Irving passes to Bryant. Here's Cousins. Defended by Butler. No good from Cousins.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
The Raptors shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Raptors. Iverson comes in for Paul Pierce. Then for the Jazz, Howard comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Stoudemire in for Anthony. That's good from Green.
Well, there's a certain hunger to the way Draymond Green approaches an NBA game. And that in and of itself is a skill.
And the pass to Stoudemire. McGrady against Green. Poke loose. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Iverson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Iverson's got 12 in the game. Utah leading.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing, Greg. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Here's McGrady. No good on the last second attempt there. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Utah. It's a one-point game. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Tracy McGrady is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Stoudemire. Then there's Howard. And it's Kobe in at the 3, the small forward.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Raptors trail by 4. The drive by Iverson. Count that bucket.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Now, here is McGrady. And here's Kobe from the arc. Stoudemire kicks to Bryant. Outside Irving. Just 5 to shoot. Utah needs to get off a shot here. And the foul on Amari Stoudemire. That is his first foul of the game. Chamberlain's checked in for Draymond Green. Irving against Iverson to tie it up. You can't hit that time. And for the Jazz, they're shooting at 50% in a decent group. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Fast break Toronto. Here's George. And it's all evened up.
Well, Paul George has got a tight handle, right? The zig, the zag in his way through the porous defense.
Irving against Iverson. Irving passes to Kobe. The shot from 20 feet away. That doesn't go either for Bryant. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Now, here is McGrady. Pass to Irving. There's the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Oh, no defense right there for that shot from Irving. Released so quick, especially off the pass.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Allen Iverson taking 2 shots.
Free throw good. Iverson. And Toronto making a change here. Pierce is checked in. Then for the Jazz, Anthony's checked in for Stoudemire. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And both free throws good for Iverson.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Pierce against McGrady. Passes it to Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in.
Kawhi Leonard from the restricted area. Turn the lights out.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. On the wing, Iverson. And he drops it in from the low post. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
Anthony. Puts up a three. Worthy pulls it in. Worthy's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Iverson. Again, Toronto.
Such a tough shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Jazz trail by 3. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. 18 feet out. The offensive rebound. Howard can't hit.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And Worthy brings it down.
That's a big basket here in a close game. Worthy, one of the quieter guys on the floor, but his game is loud.
Now here's Bryant. Elbow shot is on the way. Great positioning on the putback.
Dwight Howard with the timely bucket. Go ahead, Big Sir.
Raptors leading by 3. Iverson outside. Here's with a wide open look. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. And it's 13 points for Paul Pierce. Utah's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's McGrady. Traps in the tray.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth action we're witnessing here right now. I mean, the crowd's going crazy. One moment for one three-pointer, then they come right back and boom, another. Boy, this is starting to get real.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Jazz trail by 5. And here's Kobe. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on James Worthy. So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Paul George is checked in for the Raptors. Bryant hits them both.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Toronto calls timeout. They're up by 3. We've got 1:18 left in the 4th quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Allen Iverson.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
You gotta love seeing McGrady when he's hot. An amazing score from any spot on the floor.
Davis. Chamberlain trying to get open, and Davis can't get it to go. Utah has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Bryant's shot is good.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
It read to me more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Now here's Davis over Anthony, and it's Davis missing. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
It's good!
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
Here's Toronto now. Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. sensational bucket to bring them within one. And that's an intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's the first. That will put them up by 2. So he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2- and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
Here's Iverson. And the rebound goes to Howard. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Chamberlain dishes to Iverson. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long.
I swear that it's always something. Get to it, I always want something. Hey, I swear that it's all assumption. Hey, they're out, they always want something.
I got a beautiful condo, stacking my bread for the house next. Labels keep trying to sign me. They do not have the amount yet. See, I come from a place where them don't usually amount. Boarded up houses across from the